Hello, everyone. Okay, so today we are going to begin our next topic, that is a nation in the making. All right. So, what I'm going to study in this video is basically about the Indian National Congress first 20 years and their demands in these first 20 years. In the last video, we studied about that how INC was made, how Indian National Congress got birth of it, and who were the early leaders of it, right? But today, what are we going to study? That what were their demands? So basically, in the first 20 years, Congress was often used to be called as moderates. Why moderates? Because moderates are those people who want everything, who want each and every demand of theirs to be in a petition, and they will avail the demand through a petition and with a very calmness, peace, with a lot of calmness and peace, right? Without any fight, without any war, anything like that. And just their opposites were radicals who want everything to be, who want quick change, okay, who want quick response, who want quick things to happen. And this is the right way to treat, this is, according to me, this is the right way to treat Britishers, okay. All right. So they were called moderates because they were not being so active in the freedom contest, and they were not showing that much activeness. That's why they were known as moderates. Now the next thing comes, that what were their demands? So the very first demand was this, that Indians should be a part of administration and the government of British. Okay? This was their first demand. So in this first demand, they wanted Indians to be a part of this. Okay, and if any Indian, even now, after the development, we give civil services exams. So, civil services exams are basically those exams in which we serve the government. We serve the government of India or British government or anyhow, whatever. Civil services exams are those exams. So, these exams need to be given to be a part of administration. And for example, civil services such as UPSC, UPSC, and a lot of their others are also there. So these are government exams basically. So INC wanted that let Indians in India also, these examinations should be conducted not only in London, means not only in England, because they Britishers only used to conduct these examinations in England, and whoever avail the degree, whoever gets the top, that person gets to be a part of administration of British government, and British government in India, or either in India or in England. Okay, so this is how it goes, and they wanted Indians to be a part of. Indians should also avail high positions in the British government, so that there will be also, there will be people in the government, and Indian will also listen to the British government if there will be Indians in that, right? So this thing was there. This was the first one. But why Britishers didn't wanted this? They didn't wanted this because this demand will basically Indianize the administration, and they were against of this Indianization of administration because first of all they think that Indians are not this much civilized, they are not this much they are not this much educated, they are not well to do to handle any position in the British government. Okay, and the second reason was this, that if any Indian would be a part of administration or would get a high position in the British government, then whatever that person's earning will be, that earning will go to his family, right? And being an Indian, his family will also be Indian. And if it is going to an Indian family, then it is indirectly going to where? India. So Britishers didn't wanted that money should go to India, and they only wanted, what they wanted, that if any England person will work there, the money will go to England, and England will be get prosperous, right? So this is how they didn't wanted India to get any money indirectly or directly. Okay, so these were the reasons why Britishers didn't want it. Now, second demand was what? Second demand was this, that the repeal of Arms Act. Okay. No, second demand was that the judiciary should be separated from executive. As we know, there are three tiers of the government. What are these three tiers of the government? You must have studied in civics, I guess. That executive. No, first is the judiciary, right? First is the judiciary. Second is the your second is the um your second is the legislature, okay, and the third is the executive, right? Judiciary is the uh, Supreme Court, or you can say judge. Legislature, Parliament comes in this. Rajya Sabha comes in this, and executive. In executive comes the civil servants. Basically, you can say those people who are not on the television. But legislature is almost on the television, but executives are not on the television. They tell the legislature what to do, what not to do. Okay, they are interconnected, but judiciary is independent. It does not listen to anybody. It has its own decisions, own opinions, and it always works according to the constitution of India or any country. Okay, so what they wanted, what INC wanted, that executive should be separated from judiciary, right? Executive should be separated from judiciary. So this was their second demand. Their third demand was repeal of Arms Act. Means to undo this law means to take this Arms Act back. Okay, not to impose it over Indians. To take it back and do not impose it over Indians. Okay, and the third one and the fourth one was that the freedom of speech and expression. Basically, this is related to Vernacular Press Act, because if we see that if in any Indian newspaper put their views about Britishers which are wrong, not wrong, according to them, Britishers, if they write some anything which is offensive to Britishers, then Britishers will seize that newspaper shop, newspaper building, and do not let that newspaper to be published anymore. So this Vernacular Press Act was also should also be taken back. So this was their fourth one. Now in this video I'm going to cover this much, and in the next part we are going to study the leftover. Okay. So if you have any kind of doubt, please mention in the comment section, as you know. And also, if you have any kind of suggestion, doubt, anything, I'll definitely take your suggestions as well. So thank you. Have a good day.